Okay, hey YouTube. I think I'm finally recording. I'm going to be looking at my Gear S quite a bit because I've got a app on here that's showing me everything the phone camera is seeing. So I'm going to be looking at this quite a bit. This is the first time I've done a video with this app, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here. Anyway, one thing I wanted to go over with since I haven't posted anything for a while, I have gotten back into carving. This is a destroyed spoon. But that's a basic shape that I'm trying to get with my spoons. Like I said, I really used to enjoy carving all the time, and recently I'm starting to get back into it. This is another spoon that is no good anymore. Carved the bowl way too thin. So yesterday with this hatchet, I'm going to show you here in a minute, I carved it down some more and broke that chip out of it. If you can see that on the video, broke that chip out of it and all that kind of stuff. But some of my other work is, you know, these still have to be sanded. These just little bowls. I shaped this differently on all of them, and this was just scrap basswood from my spoons. This is one of my spoons. You know, it still needs some work done on it. Looks like sitting out here on my bench, it's got a chip out of the bowl there somehow, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Here's another one of my spoons. I got a wood burner. This is not a wood burner. The black stripes is not wood burners, but I got a wood burner and burnt one of my grandson's names into it. So I'm getting into the wood burning. I tried chip carving also, and I can't chip carve worth diddly squat. So I really am not good at chip carving at all. Maybe some practice and some more work with chip carving. Maybe I'll get good at it. But another one from one of my granddaughters. This one turned out pretty darn good. But you know, these are pretty basic designs, and I just don't really like them. So that's why I went on YouTube and found this one from a guy over in England and learned how to make these like that. I didn't bring the ones out that I'm making now, and I really should have bought some more basswood blocks to carve. But this is something I carved. This is not a chip carving. Whoops, what am I doing? I need to turn it over. Anyway, for one of my other granddaughters, I'm gonna burn that in there also, and then drill some holes, maybe put some fishing line or something like that on there. Let me see. Well, that's all I've got out here. I thought I had more of those little bowls than just one. Wonder where they all went. Oh, wait a minute. Here's another one. My workbench in my garage is a disaster. Some of this stuff gets, but you see how that one's a little bit different. So I'm putting my left hand over my right hand, looking at the my watch, but I'm also trying to keep this up in the camera. And like I say, this still needs some work on it. Needs to be sanded and all, you know. So I may even need to get my open scorp, or my bowl spoon, some people call them, and try and smooth that out a little bit more on both of these bowls. So anyway, the reason for this video, I needed a carving axe and went online and started looking at them, and you know, the cheapest one I could find still had a 19-inch handle on it. It was way too long of a handle. It was $50. It was a Husqvarna, more of a forest axe type of a thing, a boy's axe, short-handled, you know, type of a thing. So, and the rest of them I could find, of course, is the good Swedish-made carving axes, and they were just more money than what I wanted to put in them. Not that I didn't have the money, I just didn't want to pay that much for an axe. I think it's ridiculous. $150, $200 or more for an axe, just because it's handmade in Switzerland. You know, sorry, but I don't get it. There's no way they perform any better than my Gerber axes, or my Collins axes, or my, I forget the other brand name of the axe that I've got, full-size axe that I've got. You know, there's no way that they actually perform any better. I just don't believe it. They perform the exact same way. They do the exact same work that a cheaper axe would do or hatchet would do. There's no way they could perform any better or any less. And I just don't see the point in putting that kind of money into an axe or a hatchet. I mean, that's absurd, in my opinion. They don't have to cost that much. But I mean, that's how much they cost, so I maybe shouldn't say that. So, anyway, so what I did, I went shopping, went to my local Ace Hardware store, Harbor Freight, and Home Depot. Didn't find anything any better. Now, I have bought a full-size Collins axe from my local Ace Hardware store. I know they're made in Mexico, but maybe wherever they're made in Mexico, they take some pride in what they're making, I guess, maybe, or you know, they're just, whoever owns Collins Axe Company now pays them for quality and expects quality from them. So my carving axe was this. Yes, I am lousy at making things for axes and out of leather and that kind of thing, so I use old gloves for axe covers, and on this one I had a little bit of a sisal line there, or whatever that is. Tied that on there. But this is an old antique, let me get it in the picture, an old antique plumb leader hewing hatchet. Well, I love this thing for heavier work, but for carving, this 3 or 4 pound head is just way too heavy. It's just, you know, that's what happened to this spoon. That's what happened to that bowl and this spoon. As I was hacking this out after I cut it, and it went completely through. Yeah, and it went completely through that edge of that bowl. And it's just too damn heavy. Like I say, it's great for heavier work. I don't know if y'all realize or not, but you could take an axe like this and you can chop cross grain with it almost, not quite, but almost as cleanly as a saw will cut it. Almost. So I went shopping yesterday, as I've already said, and decided to go back to my local Ace Hardware store and get one of these. I'm trying to make sure it's in the picture. It's a Collins axe, made in Old Mexico, but it seems to be pretty darn good quality. And apparently with this app on my watch, if I move this thing to the left, it looks like it's going right on my watch, and vice versa. So if I'm trying to figure out which way to move it up or down, well, then it's opposite on my watch. So anyway, I'm keeping that, and I just want to show you. I took, see if I can get it up here on the camera. I took my Dremel tool and the flexible thing here. This is 60 grit sanding band. It's still got some bite to it too after using on that thing. So the new one I just bought, I'm going to show you real quick. I just might use this to grind it down and make that Scandi cut. Here is the modified hatchet. I'll try and move that in closer to the camera. See if I can get this. Okay, hopefully you can tell. I'm going to turn it a little and see if you can tell. And the other side is the same way. See if I can turn this a little, get some contrast going on there, some reflection. Okay, so I got to turn it away from the camera. No, that is turning away from the camera. This is going towards. Okay, there it goes. Now it's finally following me correctly. So hopefully, no, back this way. I know there's going to be a crappy film, but hopefully you guys can see that. So pretty much what I did was I took 60 grit sanding band and I ground this down real good. Then I took my diamond hone. I forgot to get that out before I love these things. It's probably one of my favorite hones. I've got, I don't know how many of these. you know, Walmart. They're like 15 bucks, something like that, 10 bucks, like something like that. But anyway, it's got the only two grinding surfaces that you need: diamond, coarse side, and a fine side. That's the only two you need in the woods. I've got one, maybe, I think I've got one of these in my pack for the woods for whenever I go camping. And really, the only thing I ever do is use a little bit of water on these, because I like to use water even on diamond. It just helps for cleanup and everything. And most of what I'm doing, if I need to sharpen my knives out in the woods, I'm only using the fine side. The trick to keeping your blades sharp is to hone them with compound and a leather before they ever get dull. Leather strop before they ever get dull. But I don't carry compound. I'm not going to carry compound and leather strop out in the woods with me. So this fine one, if I use my knife and it feels like it's getting a little dull and needs some touch up, I just use this fine stone, and it puts a perfectly good edge on it. So there you go. You got a handle and a compact stone that'll sharpen anything that you have. Anything that you have. A coarse and fine side, that's all you need. And it's diamond, so it'll never wear out. Well, it'll wear out, but it'll take it a lot of years. It'll take it a lot of years. I had some stones that I recently threw out and started buying these a couple of years ago that were probably 15 years old. 10, 15 years old, something like that. These are great. It's a Smith stone. If you have a Walmart, go see if your Walmart carries them. If not, go to the Smith website. They're gray and black. Really no model number or anything on this. Made in China. So what? If it's quality, it's quality. You can get good stuff made from overseas. A lot of people don't understand the idea of import-export. It's not the stuff made from China. It's American companies paying those people over in China for making the junk that we get over here that we call Chinese-made junk. But if the company pays for quality and makes sure they're getting quality, then we wind up getting quality. As consumers wind up getting quality. And I think that's what's going on with this, is that whoever owns Collins Axe Company, or that brand name anyway, is maybe paying the Mexicans in Mexico to produce quality. So this still needs some stropping, but it does work. It's a full flat grind or scanty grind from back here where you see this, the scratches and all that, and where I modified it. It's full, so I can get a whole lot closer. I can get a whole lot more vertical, like you can with a carving axe. This thing works great. I'm really happy with it. If I wasn't laying it down with it, I'm really happy with it. But you can see how it, and it's lightweight. I don't think I'll go through a bowl or anything like that. And you can see I can get almost vertical with it and strip stuff off very carefully. Razor sharp edge, almost shaving sharp. I noticed when I got through with the fine hone, run my nail across the edge like this. Now right now it's nice and smooth after I stropped it with Flex Cut yellow compound. That's something else I want to mention. That stuff is fantastic. I've got a couple of Flex Cut tools. Actually, I'm going to put them up on eBay. I'm going to get more Flex Cut tools, but I'm going to put these up on it. I got a carving jack, and I just don't like the carving jack. It's just some of the tools in the carving jack are just completely useless. With the way the thing is made, the way the thing is designed. I emailed Flex Cut, of course, never got a response from them. But really, they should have a massive recall on those carving jacks and take a couple of the blades and move them around. I don't have it here with me to show you. I probably should have brought it out here with me, but anyway, there's a 1/4 inch on the left-handed model and the right-hand model. Now, I'm left-handed, so I got a left-handed model. There's a 1/4 inch spacer in between the crook knife or the curved knife and the scorp gouge. A 1/4 inch of space in between the outside edge of the handle and the tools. Well, on the left-handed model, those should be moved over on the right-hand side of the knife. They shouldn't be on the left-hand side. Same thing with the right-hand model. The right-hand model, those two blades should be moved over to the left-hand side of the handle. it's just, you know, common sense. I mean, I don't understand these companies, some of them, or anything like that. Flex-to-Cut makes some fantastic tools, though. I really like their tools, so I'm going to replace what is in the Flex-to-Cut carving jack. I'm going to replace those tools with individual tools. Try and sell that carving jack for something on eBay. Probably the same thing with the chip carving knives. I don't think I'm going to keep the chip carving knives. I think I'm going to get rid of them. So now on this axe, I haven't actually done anything. There's a really jagged edge, dull edge on this axe. But this is... darn it. Let's see if I can hold it down there. Okay, now it looks like I can get everything in the camera. So there's an original sticker. That first axe worked so well, I decided to go back and buy another one and modify another one. So there's the original sticker. There's a Collins axe thing on the handle. And the same garbage, safety garbage, on the back of the blade that I'm covering up. There. Along with the barcode sticker and everything. So this edge is pretty ragged. It's pretty bad edge, and it's a typical hatchet edge. You know, it's got primary and secondary bevels, maybe even a third bevel there. So I mean, you know, it's not all that great of an edge, and it would take some work if I was going to keep this for an axe. It would take some work on it, you know, to get a good edge on there, because it's pretty ragged. I mean, it's really bad. It's no major chips or anything like that in it. I made sure on both of them when I bought them there was no major chips. It's lined up with a handle. Even if it was offset, which this one is, ain't no big deal. This one looks like it's offset. This one looks like it's perfect. So this is the kind of quality you get for an $18 hatchet. But for me, it's not going to matter, because I'm not going to be doing any heavy chopping with these things. I'm not going to be doing any heavy woodworking with these things, or at least, you know, that's not what I'm planning. You know, spoons and bowls, I might have to do some heavy chopping, shaping bowls, but still, I mean, that's, you know, off, but it actually might help with carving, because the I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's just the way I was holding it. No, it's off. It's off to, so can you see it? It's off to this side. I don't know if you can see that line, if I'm lining it up like that. No, back this way. Okay, now that should be lined up with the handle, but I don't know whether you'll be able to see it like that or not. Turn it around. So I don't know if you can see that in the video, but the head is off a little bit. But you know what? I don't care. Now see, this is the way it looks straight. So maybe it's just my eyeballs. I don't know, but anyway, like I say, I don't really care, because I'm going to be like this with it, you know. You know, when I'm going to be pushing it through stuff, you know. I'm not going to do any heavy wailing. Unless I do get a piece of wood that I'm going to make a big bowl out of or something like that. Then yeah, I probably will. But once I get that edge on there, but as expensive as carving knives are, our carving axes are, I wanted to find something cheaper, because, like I said, I don't see the point in paying a couple $100 or more for an axe. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's what I wanted to put out there. If anybody's looking for a cheap carving axe, check out Collins axe if you can. It's just a camp axe, a premium camp hatchet. Can you see that? Premium camp axe. No, let me turn it back the other way. There we go, there's a label. Premium camp axe. Good enough quality for a carving hatchet to modify that edge. Put a Scandi grind on it, or flat grind, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know, but anyway. Okay, so I've mumbled on long enough. It turned into a 20-minute video, so thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody out there with some advice for, you know, a good carving axe. And even if you're not looking for a good carving axe, you do some work on that edge and it will get razor sharp. Okay, I can shave with this axe if I wanted to. That's how sharp this axe has gotten. but it's going to take some work to do it. Probably 2 or 3 hours worth of work. $18 hatchet, 2 or 3 hours worth of work. I'll see how long it lasts. I'll see how long it's going to be actually usable for. You know, I may wind up buying, you know, getting an expensive hatchet. But I'm hoping I'm not. I don't see why this wouldn't. Because I mean, I never got it hot. The temper seems to be good on it. So, well, time will tell. I will be using it for a while, and I'll see if it lasts and how long it lasts. So maybe I'll do an update in a later video. All right. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the rambling. Talk at you later.